What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of Carholics, but more importantly, for the first time ever on my channel, welcome to my Alfa Romeo 4C. Now I'm so excited to finally get it on the channel, and for those of you that follow me on Instagram, you'll notice I've had this for quite some time actually, about 2 months, and you might be wondering why I haven't featured it yet. It's a pretty cool car. Well, this is what I'm going to talk about in this video, because unfortunately I've had some problems with it. Thank God they're not mechanical, because it's an Alfa Romeo. They've all been cosmetic, but it's sort of dulled the first few months of ownership because I know there's been something wrong with it. So let me show you exactly what's been going wrong with it. Okay guys, so before I actually show you exactly what went wrong with the car, I want to talk to you about a condition that unfortunately all Alfa Romeos suffer. It's called alphaitis. Now alphaitis is a hereditary condition. They all suffer them, all old Alfa Romeos, all new ones. And it's kind of like when offspring can go wrong from incestuous relationships. You still love them, but they can go a bit wrong, and the only way I can describe it is that the engineers are all one family, and the offspring, the cars they keep producing, all go a bit cuckoo. So what's actually wrong with the car? Now when I picked it up on the 2nd of December from the dealership, there was a small little scratch in the back. I'm going to try and show you on the camera, but I don't know if it will come out. Just in there, I don't know if you can see, it's a little bit wrong. That was actually a chip in the lacquer of the car. So, you know, sort of made this panel, you know, I knew in my head that it wasn't particularly right. They were very adamant they didn't want me to pick it up before they delivered the car to me, but I was like, guys, come on, I'm going away in 2 weeks on holiday, let me enjoy the car and I'll give it back to you and you can do it over Christmas. They didn't manage to get it done over Christmas because of some other reasons. It's not really relevant, but they said bring it back in February when you go skiing, we'll do it then for you. However, they didn't manage to get it done whilst I was away because they used like a remote dent man who comes in a van and repairs things outside, and it was raining so he couldn't repair it, so they repaired it on Monday for me. Problem is, when he came back on Tuesday to take all the masking tape off from where he'd done all the paintwork, an enormous chunk of lacquer came out. Here, I don't know if you can see that on the camera. That all came out. A load of chipping came out here, and that also revealed some further damage in this panel. Now they promised me that it wasn't like this when they sold it to me because it was a brand new, well, that they knew about it. They promised me they didn't know about this, so they, you know, everyone's best guess is that it had a small little bit of damage when it left the Alfa Romeo factory, and Alfa just repaired it badly. So they called me up and they said we are going to send it to a proper spray shop and get the entire panel sprayed. Now to my luck, they called me up this morning and the spray shop has gone bust. It's actually gone into administration. Business does not exist anymore. They're very apologetic. They said, look, Mr. Amber, it's going to take a few more weeks to do. I said, look, guys, sort me out the money. I'm going to get it done myself from my guys. They're the best. Let them get on with it. So I took it down to my guys, and thank God they're going to get it done, you know, middle of next week for me. So that's fine. A couple of the other problems I had with the car was the badge. The badge at the back, I noticed the paint started flaking on that as well. So let me show you. If you look under there, I don't know if you can see it, but the paint is actually coming away on the badge. Just there, which is incredibly annoying because I know about it. Some other problems that the car has, on the inside of the car, the dashboard has a loose pixel on it, which I won't show up on the camera, but I'm going to put a picture of it on the screen now. That little white thing is so annoying when you're driving. They replaced that whole screen as well whilst I was away, but the pixel is still missing. So they looked at the cars in the showroom. Those pixels are missing, so they apologised again. Alfa Romeo has a manufacturing fault, they just haven't repaired it. Some other little problems I had, again, on that screen, it was reading like 1,000 miles of fuel at some point. Now it's not bad on fuel, which I'll get to in the next video when I really give it a proper thrashing, but it doesn't do 1,000 miles of fuel. So that was just an electrical problem, but nothing major. Thank God mechanically this car is pretty sound. So now I'm going to get onto the part of the video that I'm really going to enjoy, the mods part. Now a lot of YouTubers will get their new car, they'll take it for a drive, they'll do the big reveal. Unfortunately I never got the chance to do that. Then they will go and do the mods video. So what I thought is, because it's going to the spray shop, there's a couple of mods I actually wanted to do in the spray shop, so why don't I get them all done now? I'll run you guys through the mods I'm going to do, then when the car comes back to me finally, it will be perfect, then we can go for the proper drive. So what mods am I thinking of? For sure, the first thing I wanted to do is the wheels. I want to do the wheels either a black or a dark grey or maybe even a matte grey, I'm not sure yet, but they're going to be done with the bodywork next week. I'm going to go down to central London into some of the Alfa showrooms and have a look at the different ways that people have done them, also have a look online, but I'm swaying more towards like a shiny dark grey at the moment. Now the next mod I was thinking of doing and I actually polled it on Instagram, was should I wrap the car? Now, I'm not going to wrap the entire, or should I wrap the car myself rather? Now, I'm not going to wrap the entire car, but I am going to wrap a section of the roof. More specifically this part. I think that will look really, really cool in either a matte black or a gloss black. And I like the idea of wrapping, because if you don't like it, whoosh, you take it off. And I'll do it myself as well, which would be a cool video for you guys. Also saves me quite a few £1,000s. Other mods. Now, engine tuning on these, you can tune these. This has got 240 horsepower to start off with. You can tune them to like 300 horsepower, 350 horsepower, and as much as I'd love to do that, firstly, it doesn't really need any more power because it's so light. And secondly, if I do that, I'm going to lose my warranty. And I know people say, oh, it's untraceable, but knowing my luck, they'll trace it. I'm not going to do it. The other obvious one is the exhaust, but this has a straight through racing pipe from the factory with a sports cat on it, so it's super, super loud. I was going to say for a 4-cylinder, but for anything it's super, super loud. So I'll have a look at some exhaust, but I don't think I'll change that. You're going to hear the exhaust in the next video once it's back and it's going to be thrashed out. So, other mods. I've already got a lot of carbon fibre on it. I'm usually a sucker for carbon fibre, which is why I had so much put on in the first place. I have down here on the gearbox intake, the wing mirrors are carbon fibre. These headlights, which a lot of people don't like, I think they look absolutely fantastic. These carbon fibre headlights, and also all over the interior is just entirely carbon fibre. If you look now, everything on the interior is carbon fibre, and it's all real. This is the body shell. The entire body shell of the car is carbon fibre. So I don't know if I'm going to do any more carbon on that. They do these incredible carbon fibre door sills, but they're over £1,000 each, and I think that's a little bit much. Might be a bit of an overkill, so I'm not sure. So in terms of mods, I think a lot of the things are going to be cosmetic. Again, another mod that I wanted to do at the Classic Car Show yesterday, you're going to see the video in a few days for that. A lot of the old traditional Alfa Romeos, they have this cloverleaf badge on here. I think some of the modern ones like the Giulia and the Mito have it on there. These cloverleaf badges, if you look on the screen now, you'll see what they look like. I'm going to put one here and one on the other wing, just as a nod to Alfa Romeo's history. I think they look really, really great. And I think for now that's pretty much all the mods I can think of. Oh yes, I wanted to put some paddle extensions, which you can see on the screen now. Let me know what you think of those. I'm in two minds. And also comment below if you know of any other mods or anything that you think might look cool on this car. I'm absolutely in love with it. It's one of the best cars I've ever driven and owned, and I'm so sad that I haven't been able to share it with you guys yet. I've been able to give it a proper drive and get all the cameras all over it and show you how it handles, but believe me, that's all coming in a future video. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. I'm sorry it hasn't been as exciting as some of you might have wanted to see the Alfa for the first time, but I promise you, when this thing comes back, it's going to sound epic, it's going to look epic, it's going to drive epic, and the video will be epic. So if you like this little video, give it a thumbs up, remember to like it, and also to subscribe to the channel. Also follow me on Instagram at CarHolicsUK, and I hope you enjoyed it, guys. So take care, and I'll see you next time.